Was it? And I mean, I guess I don't know that any of them. Was it easy to have a relationship with, say, Kimberly, and be, or did it become harder? Or it seems like it would be extremely difficult to maintain.
Kind of the two lives that you've talked about.
It only got hard at the end, but it wasn't the relationship. It was, everything got harder at the end. Just lost interest. It was like I simultaneously lost interest in a lot of other things, and tried to kickstart it and get it back. Kind of snapped myself out of it a few times, and then just couldn't maintain it anymore.
So it wasn't like the typical relationship breakdown. It was you.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
Do you think over the years, any of the people that you were with, Kimberly or whoever, or Tammy or whoever before, do you think any of them had any ideas about
No.
the other side of you?
I imagine 20/20 hindsight, they might remember some stuff, but I can't remember any time where there was any question as to what I was or who I was.
Maybe questions about where you were, but not necessarily.
There were some questions about where I had been, but I always, like I say, I usually plan things so that I had, I don't know, they sounded like good reasons, excuses to me, and nobody ever really called me on them, so I don't know.
And I know at one point in time you told us that Kimberly was oblivious to, you use that word, I think, to what was going on and stuff. Do you think that there was, when you met her, was there some type of an attraction like that you perceived that it would be an easy relationship to carry on because she wouldn't be suspicious? Was Tammy the same way? I don't know. I've never met Tammy. I have Kimberly, but not.
No. There's there's certain personality types that I would work harder at having a relationship with because they would have like Kimberly, for example. She has a pretty hectic career and she has her own social life, and she's, I guess you'd say, like a self-contained person, so we had a good relationship, but it was easy to separate myself from it and go do my own thing, and then she would do her own thing. And both of us were always okay with that. Whereas, some other personality types, like once you're together, it's like everything has to be done together, and that would have made it kind of hard. But like with Kimberly and the girlfriend I had before her, they had their own careers and stuff. So if I said, well, I'm going fly such and such a place and do this and that, and they would say okay, and there was never this, well, I want to come with you, it's like they wouldn't do that because they had a job.
So was there a relationship between Tammy and Kimberly?
Not really, just there was a little bit of drama at one point, but no, there wasn't a relationship.
Is that somebody in Washington?
You're asking if they knew each other? Or?
No. I'm asking who it is.
If you dated,
was there somebody
dated?
Else? Because you said another girlfriend.
Yeah, for a while.
Who was that?
Her name was Denise. She had family in Nia Bay, and she lived in Kent, down by SeaTac or something.
Mm-hmm. You remember her last name?
Han.
On?
Did you date a lot?
Not really. I usually had a girlfriend, but I didn't,
Were they more kind of just long-term relationships? It wasn't just a lot of short
Right.
relationships.
Yeah, I mean, there were periods in between where I would date a few people, but for the most part, it was, longer term.